All right, in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a capture page. And this is really important because this is the first step towards list building. And at the end of the day, marketing is really about putting out an offer, getting people on your list, having some automated follow-up. And I'm going to show you in this video how to do all of that absolutely for free, from the autoresponder to the capture page to the funnel building. The whole thing is going to be entirely free. And I want you to really challenge yourself. If you've been in marketing for a while and you haven't actually done this yet, if you haven't actually created a capture page, this is important because this will change the way you can do business online. So we're going to be using Systeme.io, and this is a free platform. And I want to tell you a little bit about it just so you can understand what it does. We're going to be using the free version here, so there's no need to pull out your wallet or anything like that. So let's get into it. So this Systeme.io, it will create sales funnels. So it's going to replace software that you might be using like ClickFunnels, Kartra, Kajabi, Lead Pages. It's going to be sending the email messages. So this is important. Once you get people on a list, in order to use automation, in order to leverage your time, you're going to want to deliver email messages that are sent to them from this platform. And this replaces things that have a monthly recurring cost in your business, like Aweber, like ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, which is now Kit. It can also build websites. So there's no need to mess around with WordCartra, Kajabi, Wix. Not only that, but this also with the free version, this can manage your affiliates. So if you do have your own product that you sell, you can easily set up an affiliate program and there's no cost for that as well. Can you start to see why I'm so excited about this? And you can also create your own online courses. So things like Teachable or Thinkific, you can create a whole course. And a course can be just a single video, a couple of videos, or something more elaborate. And so this is going to be a great platform for you to do this. Now, I just want to be transparent with you about the pricing because obviously at some point, price is going to come into it. So we're going to be using the free version for this. As you can see, you can have up to 2,000 contacts. So that's 2,000 leads that have come in, opted in, unlimited email sends. You can only have 3 sales funnels. So that's 3 different funnels, 15 different pages in those funnels, 1 blog. You can even have 1 course. So if you want to have more than 1 course, you're going to need to upgrade. And this is pretty reasonable, $27 a month. That's about $300 for the year. Communities, you can create your own community. And then when it gets to the automation rules, this is where you're going to want to eventually move up to a paid platform. You can even do one-click upsells, order bumps. You can do A/B split testing on pages. I'm going to show you how to do that. Deadline funnels. It tracks your student activity history so you can see how far people are going through the courses. As I said, you can run your own affiliate program through this. So pretty awesome. But let's get into it and I'll show you how to get started with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a capture page. And I'm just going to show you this product here that I've created. So this is a Word doc where I'm teaching people some tips if they want to move to Portugal or become an expert. This can be used for make money for business opportunities. If you're part of any kind of opportunity, it's my strong recommendation. You always have your own front end, get people on your list first, and then you can share with them about multiple opportunities. So once people are on your list and they're getting, let's say, an email sequence, and that will be under campaigns, then you can promote even multiple opportunities or multiple things. And that's one of the ways you can diversify your income. So we'll get to the follow-up a little bit later, but what I want to do is I want to focus on the sales funnels. So in here, you can set up different sales funnels. I've got a couple here and I'm going to create another one. So I'm going to call this Digital Nomad, and this is just for me. And then the funnel domain, this is going to be a replicated site. So it's going to be a subdomain on Systeme.io, but to actually send emails because of the way things have changed in terms of Gmail, you're going to want to put it on your own domain. And I'm not going to show you how to set that up. Systeme.io is very good at doing that, but it's pretty easy. You just need your own domain name. So that's how you toggle between that. And then when it says choose your funnel goal, building an audience, so collecting email addresses, this is what I would suggest. You can also sell or run an evergreen webinar. or build one from scratch. So I'm going to go down to the bottom here and select US dollars because that's the standard of the internet. And I'm going to click build an audience. And this is exactly what you're going to do. You're going to just sign up for the account and you see that it's built this funnel for me. So this is a very blank funnel. There's a squeeze page, a thank you page, and an inactive page. And this is something you can actually customize as well if you want to, but this is just an inactive page. So it's just like a placeholder. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up a capture page. So this is the squeeze page. And for this, what we're going to do is I'm wanting to display 30 on each page. And I'm going to tell you, let's just keep it simple at this stage. You'll have templates like this, and all these are block-based. So you can change this image, you can remove the image, and this text would move over. And this is great, but keep in mind, if you choose something like this, you're going to have to customize a logo up here and have some navigation. That may be something that you want. And here's where they can opt in for that. You can see you need to customize all of this. What I'm going to suggest for your first capture page is you just go to really near the end here, and we're going to pick a very simple capture page, which is just an offer without the headline or navigation or anything like that. And you'll see some back here are getting a little bit simpler. What I want to do is I'm just going to select this one. So I'm just going to preview this template. And the reason that you're going to want to do something like this is you can have a lot of content on the page, but often if you're just building a list, you don't need it. You just need a compelling offer here, something that people want to have. So I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to name this, and I'm going to call this Digital Nomad Step 1. And this, if I took this out, then it would just be on my root domain, and I can copy the link, but that's not accessible for this because I'm using that with another funnel. Obviously, these 3 funnels are on the same domain, Digital ABC. So I can just change this to whatever I want, click off, you'll see the little check mark there, and I can copy that to the clipboard and paste it in, and we can see what that page is going to look like in real time. So here it is. This is our page. And so I'm going to show you how to customize this page and collect leads from it. So what we're going to do is we're going to edit the page. Okay. So I'm going to click edit page. And then this is where all the elements are and all the blocks are over here. So when this loads, you can see different things that you can pull in. So you can pull in some of these pre-made blocks that are built, let's say a team presentation. So you can pull in something like this right here, and you can pull that into the site. But we're going to keep this really simple. We got a headline here. We have a subheadline here, and we have some fields here. And you'll see that as I go up here, when it's blue around here, that's something you can drag. And when you're in the orange, that's where you're going to be editing the text. The first thing that we're going to do is let's ask ChatGPT. I have a lead magnet about how to digital nomad. 10 hook worthy headlines I can use on my page. Also a sub headline and call to action. This is not planned out. All I want to do is just get the brainstorm going, and then I'm going to choose my own thing. But I want to show this to you. So if you're ever looking at that page and you're like, what am I going to put there? This is going to be really easy. So as you see, call to action. So this is like the whole thing that you need: a headline, a sub headline, and a call to action. Let's copy that. And then typically what I'll do is I'm going to copy these into a text cleaner, just because copying and pasting, sometimes it grabs some different things and makes it a little better. So I'm just going to clean that, and then I'm going to copy that. So right here, when we have this button clicked, we can see everything that's about this button. And here's the text. So I'm just going to keep it simple and change that. And I'm also going to increase the font. I don't really love the color. I can change the font there. So I'm going to change the color. And if you have a specific hex color in mind, you can do that, or you can just move around and make it a little bit brighter. So that looks good, but I really want rounded corners on this. Let's round these corners a little bit. Let's do 45 and 45. Okay. And now I've got more like pill shape. And I want to point here that this says submit form. So once this is submitted, and this is also going to make sure these things are filled out, it's going to go to the next step. So you could actually take it to a custom URL. And this would be a great way. Maybe you are promoting a different opportunity. You could have them opt in here. You capture the email list and you could send them right to the sales page of something else, right? So if I wanted to just send them to a custom URL, I can put that in google.com or whatever your site is. Okay. But I'm going to do next step and then I'm going to save the changes on that. And let's get some more of this text here. Okay, let's go with this one. And I'm just going to paste it in here. Sometimes these are a little bit long that the PT writes. And again, you can just use it as a blueprint. Yeah, so that's a little bit long for me. And I could reduce the font size, but I'm just going to go with something a little bit shorter. I'm not going to do my best copywriting work while I'm on a video, but be that as it may, I just want to show you how to do it. And again, this is just an offer. If the offer is good, if someone wants to find out how to do something like this, then they're going to opt in and get it. And one thing that I want to point out here is you see, so it says input first name and then placeholder your name. So the placeholder, if I wanted to put your first name, I could do something like that. And then I could go to this one and do your email and could do your best email if I wanted to do something like that. Okay. So all these elements here, you can add on, right? So if I wanted to add more text, I can drag it here and you'll see that little blue line, the darker blue line. If I put it here, it will be right under the headline. And if I put it here, it'll be right above this other text and you can drag that in. So let's say I wanted to drag a bulleted list in. Let me drag that in right here and I'll put it right there below. And you can see that now it's got the bullet points. So I can change this if I wanted to. We're just going to leave that for now. But I can drag a video in. If I want to put a YouTube video here, I could drag that in if I wanted a carousel. And these columns are great because if I wanted to put maybe 3 things, now this is by intention and narrow page because it just wants to ask for the content. You can also put in a form input. So if I drag this into the form and it says warning not set. So if I click on this, I can choose what I want it to be. And these are all built in here. So I could ask for a last name. I could ask for a phone number. If you do put a phone number, I could mark it as optional and then check it as optional. And I would really recommend that if you're asking for a phone number because it will affect your conversion rate. So I'm going to save the changes here and then we'll click here and look at the page. So this will preview what the page is. So I built this completely for free. Actually, I must have dragged something up here. I see that. And as you can see, this is your capture page. So back in here, I'm just going to delete this item. Now I've got that deleted. Other thing that I want to show you is the settings. So this is the whole page settings. You can see that. And you can see that the title of the page is squeeze page. So that's going to show up right there where it says squeeze page. And so I wanted to change that to discover how to become a digital nomad. And you could put a keyword here, descriptions, and a social image if you want. And then one thing that we'll see here is I click on this background section. So we'll change that to 100% width and let's preview that. So that looks pretty good. And again, you can tile all this stuff, but let's say I want a different image here. Okay. So I can go to Unsplash and I can search for, let's say mountain in Europe. Let's just say I wanted to do this one from Austria. So I've downloaded that. I can see that in my downloads. I'm just going to rename that. And then in my editor, let's do something here. This one will have 3 bullet points. And then this background, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a different background and I'm going to find that file. And optimization in progress. So now I'm going to insert that. And so this is now the page. So now we've got this beautiful Austrian page of the mountains. And so that's one thing that you can do there. And if you need to change this or it doesn't look quite right, you can always ask support and they'll be able to help you out with little things like that. You can also add pop-ups here. So I'm not going to add a pop-up on this because I want to keep this nice and simple. But one thing that you can do is back to the funnel page here is what I can do is I can duplicate this page. And so I'll confirm that. And then I'm just going to drag it down here. And the reason I'm going to drag it down here is because when this says next step, it's going to go to this. And if this were the second step, then it would go to the second page here. So I'm going to call it Nomad 2. And this is the funnel step. So this page, I'm actually going to edit this as well. And let's say I wanted to do something different, use a different headline. And that's a totally different page. Let's say what I wanted to do here was to remove that image and maybe we get a different image here. Let's just try this one. So this is a completely different image that I had on my account. And now we've got a brand new page. And the reason that I want to show that to you is because what we're going to do here is we're going to set up a split test. We actually haven't done the goal page. So let me do that real quick. So the thank you page. And again, this is something that you can customize. And here's a good one. Some navigation here, which you can edit and a lot of different options here. So let's just go down and we'll go and get a real simple one like this. So I'm going to say you got it. And then this can be a nice random string. I'm fine with that because I don't want people to find this page as it's the capture page. And so what we can do is we can go and edit this page as well. And we can say you're in. Maybe we can drag a welcome video here if we want into here. And we can say there's a video and we'll drag in some headline text right here. Watch this next. So we can say, awesome. Here's your download. Click here for access. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my craft document here. I'm going to click share, copy the link, and then I'm going to paste that right in here. And if I click this, it's going to open in a new window. And that's probably the best thing for a download. And then I'm going to save the changes. You can customize this however you want. You can change this image. You can put links here, all that stuff. And the same under the settings, what you can do is you can put thanks. And this is automatically hidden from the search engines because it's a thank you page. And you don't want people to be able to find that just by searching for it. But if you uncheck this, then the SEO becomes more important. You can change the fonts, all that stuff. This is where it gets really fun. Now what we're going to do is we're going to test this. And on this version, actually, let's not ask for the phone number. So I'm just going to delete that field and save the changes. And we'll set up the A/B test because I think that's important. And what I love about this is just so easy to do. And you can choose the variant page. Okay, so the variant page is the variation of this one. And let me actually just make this a little bit clearer. I'm just going to call this A and I'll call this B. So now when I set up the A/B test, this is the original Digital Nomad A. And then we're going to choose the variant and ICE just hasn't updated. And the goal page is where you want people to go after to count as a conversion. So that's going to be the opt-in page. And then I'm going to click start. So Digital Nomad A, Digital Nomad B. And as people come through your funnel, you're going to see automatically in real time which one is converting better. Okay. And so that's it. That's already set up. As you can see, there's lots of other things that you can set up here, but let's go back here. So if I go to Nomad, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see the first page, the Austrian page, right? So I'm going to use a different browser, and this is the other page. And so as you can see here, it's only asking for the first name and the email. It's not asking for the phone number. Okay, so to make sure this goes submit form, it says go to the next step. And we're also going to add an automation rule. But let's just make sure the other funnel is set up as well. So we're going to edit this page. And here we need to go to the next step. Okay, so let's just finish off these pages here. Save money, learn tips. And if you only want two, you can just do that. So I'm going to take off this and submit form, go to the next step. All right, so we're just going to set up an A/B test, and we're going to choose Digital Nomad B. And then the thank you page is the goal page. So what that means is that's going to measure which page gets counted as a conversion. And so we're going to start that. And that's really how easy it is to set up a split test. So let's test this offer now. So I'm going to go here, and this is the Austrian page, and we're going to go put in my information. And you see it goes right here to this confirmation page, which has our video here. We can just paste a YouTube link in there. And if I click here, and it's going to open in a new tab, like I talked about. And this is the product. So there's no need to even turn it into a PDF. You can embed a YouTube video there. Here is the content that they got. And then if we go in a new private window and we go back to Nomad, you'll notice that it's switched over to Nomad 2. So it's going to serve one person and then the next person, and then track which page is better. And so you can change the headline, you can change the background, you can change whatever you want about it. But here, if we go back to our A/B test, and then let me click refresh here, you'll see that the page was actually loaded already in the cache. That's why it says no views, but this will go back and forth and give you views and show you the history of that. There's one more thing that we want to do with this is on this page, we're going to set up the automation rules. That's the emails. Newsletters are one-off campaigns. So if you just send an email, you can send it to a certain segment of your list or people that are tagged with a certain thing. And then there are campaigns, and campaigns are follow-ups. This is a sequence of follow-ups. And what's great about this, again, is you can see how many contacts are on a certain stage. You can see what % people have opened, the total number of clicks, just for all the different messages that you put out. So that's a campaign, and you want to have different campaigns for each offer that you create. That's really important. It's really good to keep your contacts tagged so you can deliver the right message to them and you know what they were interested in. But back under here, what we're going to do is we're going to set up an automation. And this automation is very simple. It's just going to, once someone fills out this capture page, it's going to put them onto the list here. So automation rules, we're going to add a rule. And basically this is just when this happens, do this. So when the funnel step form subscribed. So when a contact has subscribed through a form, you can also trigger stuff when someone visits a page. And that would be great in sense of if someone visits like a sales page, then maybe you want to send them a different message or you want to treat them differently. But in this case, we're going to do a funnel. So in this funnel, when they have completed funnel step A, then we'll do this. We're going to add a tag. And so you can choose a tag or create one. I'm just going to use this one here. Obviously, you want to have multiple each time so you know how to better handle your contacts in the future. And that's just really good list hygiene. And I can't believe they let you do this even on the free plan. And so you can enroll them in a course. You can send a specific email to a specific email address. So maybe this would be if you can send an email with that contact information to someone on your sales department, a whole bunch of different things. Just send them a one-off email if you don't want to subscribe them to a whole sequence. Tags are really where, or automations are really where the magic happens in this funnel. And when you compare the cost, even of the paid plan of Systeme to other things like ClickFunnels, it just makes so much sense. We're going to subscribe them to a campaign, and we're going to subscribe them to this campaign. Obviously, you can write specific emails and have different email campaigns, but at least you want to get started with one thing. So now we've got a new rule that's created. And so as you can see here, when a contact has subscribed through the form, they're going to get added to that list and get those email messages. And at the end of the day, you may want to watch parts of this video more than once, but the thing is, it's really not that difficult. Don't get hung up on the capture page. It's really about that offer. If you have a compelling offer, if you have a video that you've done, you can even build a funnel based around a YouTube video that you've done that creates some good content. Let's say I did one on how to SEO optimize my YouTube videos. I could build just a little funnel around this in 20 or 30 minutes and then start putting that out on social media or letting people know about that in other ways, and then be getting leads and having people opt in rather than just them watching on YouTube. I turn it into a little course, a little download. It's really awesome. So with this, again, there's the automations. You can put your own products in here, and you can actually have affiliates, have an affiliate program, which is awesome as well. I don't have that set up on this particular account, but yeah, you can just set it up and it will track everything, track the sales, so you know how much to pay your affiliates and all that stuff. All in all, this is a fantastic system. My challenge to you is to create a capture page. That's really the start. If you create one capture page, then it's easy to create other capture pages, but go through that process. It will really change what you're able to do with digital marketing. So I hope this video was helpful, and I'd love to hear your feedback on it. That's it. You've got your challenge. Go out there and do it. We'll see you in the next video.